Hey, what's really going on? Bitcoin, crypto, and currency. Litecoin against USDT. We're assessing the key technical aspects, looking at price action, interacting with the pivotal areas of support and resistance. What's Engineering Robo thinking of price action moving forward? What do you think Litecoin's going to go? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you accumulating, buying the dip? Or are you selling? Are we heading straight to zero? Now, Litecoin currently interacting with a very key area of support and resistance, in my opinion, that has slapped price action up, down, and around previously. I do believe resistance around that $225 level per Litecoin, just above the zero point 0.5 Fettuccine line. $218 suggests very high sell pressure around that range. And I do believe that the 0.382 Fibonacci level at $172, correlating with my $175 recurrent support level, suggests significance around that range. And so I do believe if we refer to price action kind of back in the middle of February all the way to the kind of beginning of April of this year, we do see price action getting slapped and rejected from resistance around $225, sending it plummeting all the way to this 0.382 Fettuccine line, looking for support. And that happens kind of multiple times before it finds its way kind of upward to those kind of like multi-$100 ranges. And we even have an interaction with that 225 previous resistance as support after hitting after seeing some significant swing highs near that 0.786 Fettuccine level, which was $330. And so I do believe while we're currently just interacting with some key support and resistance levels, we're going to have to bounce from and kind of step our way through as we reach these kind of higher highs. I do believe this is overall very bullish and would be another buying opportunity as the uptrend will very much continue. In my opinion, there isn't significant confirmation of some sort of midterm downside. I do believe I would be sort of more midterm bearish if we were kind of below that 0.382 level, experiencing it as resistance. I would suggest perhaps a more prolonged correction for this overall sort of pullback from previous swing highs in that multi-dollar range, and my target would be $130 per Litecoin. However, I do believe we are finding some very bullish support around $225, although we are seeing Engineering Robo becoming a tad bearish at the moment. I mean, if we were to consider price action kind of back in the end of October of 2020, where we see the buy for, and then sometime later we see that cloud buy coming into play, suggesting some very bullish upside moving forward for Litecoin. And we see price action interact with sell fors along the way, but it's key to choose 3 of the many available robo advisors. And so if 2 of your 3 chosen advisors give you a bullish or bearish suggestion, that would be used to better determine your entries or exits. And so when Engineering Robo first becomes bullish, we don't actually see 2 confirmations of price action become bearish after upside up to 529%, turning a $10,000 investment into well over $60,000 with Engineering Robo. And so we don't see Engineering Robo become bearish on price action until 319% ROI, allowing you to close your position with a 4 times your profit. And so, I mean, we do see price action after Engineering Robo has 2 bearish suggestions at support. We have price action rally upward, interact with a higher high. However, over the kind of following months, we do have price action diminish up to 53% over the following months after Engineering Robo becomes bearish, saving you more than 50% downside. And so, I mean, I do believe price action currently, while this is a very scary and, abrupt kind of pullback for this very bullish kind of recovery from some, very fear, uncertain, and doubt-filled time in the crypto sphere, I do believe price action will likely find its way upward. This daily candle will have to close to confirm this hell signal that is attempting to show. So that currently cannot be considered at the moment. And so price action interacting sideways in this range has happened before. We found a very bullish support along these levels back in previous times, interacting with it, in addition to significant resistance around that level we just came from. So this definitely does seem to be repeating price action, and seems to be another bullish area to accumulate and buy Litecoin. I do believe if you were to buy today, this would be a rather bullish time, as we are interacting with very key support, a very bullish pullback and retracement from a rather aggressive uptrend. Things were a tad overbought, in my opinion. This was a very bullish recovery from some multi-month downside that we had over the kind of previous months, interacting with some key support and buy pressure near that 0.236 fettuccine line. $115 is coming into play, and so I do believe bullishness of the coin overall is very potent, and the demand for Litecoin is there, and this is just another opportunity to buy before the uptrend continues. And so now I want to look at Bitcoin against USDT. We're going to see how price actions looking, interacting with support and resistance. We do have a different set of robo advisors present at the moment. We have price action currently interacting with that 0.786 fettuccine level, $51,700 per Bitcoin, slapping us to and through that potential support around $48,000, sending us interacting with that 200 daily moving average, and what do you know, reaching all the way toward that 0.618 fettuccine line. $41,500 was my sort of target for any kind of bearish price action that we would experience. I do believe price action was definitely not impossible for this to occur. This was rather abrupt and sudden. However, in the sort of immediate short term, this type of downside I do believe is very bullish overall, and was a very bullish buy opportunity. As we can see, the buy pressure is very much present as we determine just how short-lived this pullback will be. All the buy pressure through these levels was very potent while we were kind of rallying through them. And so I do believe this kind of pullback and retracement interaction with support, and perhaps some more interaction with that 200 daily moving average will just be very bullish for us in the sort of in longer term. Now we see price action has risen up to 54% since EngineeringRobo has become bullish, easily turning a $10,000 investment into over $15,000 in 45 days. And so now we do have a sell for closing with yesterday's candle. However, only one of the 3 chosen robo advisors are suggesting bearish price action, so I do believe there are still reasons to hold through this. I mean, if we were to come up to and experience significant resistance off of $48,000 per Bitcoin, that would suggest perhaps some further sideways price action or some immediate short-term bearish price action, which in my opinion would just be very bullish for us overall. And so a pullback like this, however jarring and abrupt and scary it may be, it seems I do believe this is kind of rather normal, fully crypto space and sphere here, and I do believe this is just another buy opportunity and a bullish area to accumulate. If we were to refer to kind of previous times, price action had this buy for moon and golden cross suggestion. We do have price action get bullish around $11,000 per Bitcoin. That was roughly 1 million years ago to the day, back in October of 2020. We see price action rise up to 268% over the following 90 days, easily tripling your money with EngineeringRobo before we see 2 robo advisors become bearish, allowing you to close your position with a 174% profit. And so I do believe there's definitely a lot more upside coming into play, and as we do see price action is fundamentally very bullish, and the demand for Bitcoin is still very potent, and we don't even see if we were to consider when we see all 3 bearish suggestions come into play, price action rises up to 467% before we see all 3 of our chosen robo advisors become bearish, allowing you to close your trade with 334% profit still. And so do believe things are overall looking very bullish. This would be a very bullish time to accumulate a very healthy retracement in the overall uptrend. Any interaction with support and pullback we have is going to be very bullish for us. If we were to experience significant and prolonged resistance off of $48,000, I would suggest that this correction might take perhaps longer than expected, and just it would be further time to be accumulating. Support around $41,500 per Bitcoin waiting for us if we were to interact with it. Very strong high fundamental buy pressure and demand. If we consider the fear and FOMO zone here, we can see price action still will likely reach over $114,000 per Bitcoin. In my opinion, I do believe a 6-figure Bitcoin will likely present itself before any sort of longer term downside is to be considered. Let me know in the comments down below where you think price action is going to go. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Try EngineeringRobo free with the link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below. Let me know where you think price action's going to go, and tune in for the next one.